Another really cool way to make stems are with these clover bias tape makers. Now, they come in all different sizes, and the truth of the matter is something like this that's about 1/4 inch is, it's doable. The really skinny ones, you kind of have to be a trained professional, but once you get a handle on it, you will really like this technique, and then I'll show you the poor man's version of the whole thing. So this is what you need to do. Again, you cut yourself the strip, and what I like to do is take whatever the width is and then add about 1/4 inch on each side. Let me zoom in a little bit. Then what you do is you essentially feed your strip right into this, and they've got this little, let me get this going here. Let me go to the other end. I was fiddling with that end during classroom recess. This feeds in here, and then this little deal here helps you so you can like pull it through and get it through that crack. And a lot of people who use this like to also put a little bit of spray starch on it to help hold it. I haven't gotten really good at this, but I know that once you do, once you're sold on this, people love it. Let me get a little spray starch and put some on. You'll notice I'm not putting a ton, just a little bit. And I just used whatever's handy, cheap spray starch. Okay, now I gotta figure out how I do this. I pull this like this, and you kind of have to have a bunch of different things going on at once. You've got your iron, you're feeding this in here, and then you've got your iron here, and you pull it on through like this. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Let me show you the poor man's version. But I'm telling you, once you get a handle on this, you're just gonna love it. And it kind of takes care of the problem that I had in my very first lesson on this, which was very embarrassing, I'd like to say. Again, it's the same stuff, so it's been very lightly spray starched. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna get yourself a big fat pin. Yes, I know you cannot believe I'm saying this, but a big fat pin. So there is a place for everything in this world. If you use your fine pins, you'll wreck them, and they're expensive. So then what you do is on your ironing surface, you pin into it, and then you go back, then you get this bias thing the size you want it, and you slide it right under there, like that. Let me see, make sure you can see this. Yeah. And then you go right under, and the size that you have there is how big your bias is going to be. I would say that this is about 1/4 inch. And then it's the same thing. You just pull it through. You get your iron going on this side and feed it in properly on this side. And work your way through with your strip. Now you can do that on either a bias or straight of grain. In fact, all of them that I shared with you so far, you can do that way. Last but not least, I am super into fusibles right now. Up next, I'll tell you how I handle stems with fusible.